Hi, my name is April McKenzie-Hall. This video is titled, I Do Not Know, McKenzie Chinn-I'm April McKenzie-Hall. That's the title. Coming on YouTube, basically, briefly, just to discuss a situation about war and how to trying to prevent war. We're dealing with politicians and people that pretty much don't want to see a lot of original black Indians succeed in the United States. And we still dealing with white slavery mentality with politicians and certain rich people. And a lot of even, I say, black people adopted this attitude. But we have to remember that even in the Bible, when God talks about curses, that he would judge, their grandchildren for like maybe 4 generations of certain things, that some of the white slave owners, some of their grandchildren are black. And so this situation need a lot of prayer for everybody, because Jesus Christ did die for everybody and nobody's perfect. We all make mistakes. All of us going to sin, whether it's a thought, desire or whatever. And so we definitely need God and his mercy and grace. And that was the plan of salvation through Christ. I hate to expose this because I don't want people to run with it. I don't like people playing with God, but I guess I should warn people that God's hand is definitely in this. This situation was prophesied years ago. And what happened was they had a special unit team that is not out of FBI and, police departments and things. They had prophets prophesying for the United States, the dangers to come. And reason why they focused on me is because God allowed money to be hidden around my name. But it was a prophecy about 2 buildings, a tower, beach, lake. And that's what I believe, that the people that was fighting against the prophecy wanted to win the prophecy. They didn't want to hear nothing about April and Jamie, the winner. And I hate to expose this because I don't want military to handle it. They have witches in the military. They have everybody in the military. It's not for military play. When military play, buildings fall. You don't play with God. But these people that did not want God to win, didn't want God to have no say-so over their life, over this country, causes wars. And you don't have to be a terrorist to cause a war. As you can see, they was playing with a woman that looked like McKenzie Chinn. My husband opened the door for this young lady at a gas station. Military, especially the team from California, New York, Georgia, didn't want to shut the door. People after money. I ain't getting none of these people money. My ventures were pretty much hijacked. They wanted to give him. Some of the military wanted to give it to them, give it to me. And some of them said don't. Because in 9/11, they wanted a woman that name was Jamie. They wanted that look. She's don't have nothing to do with buildings falling, just like I don't. But people want certain looks, and people, they can use a star look if they want to. It don't make the star wrong or evil. But I'm just trying to make sure that people understand that they were fighting against God. And we right now seeing the prophecy come to pass, where Jamie and I, my husband, a black man, have to give away these inventions so they won't steal them. Because once they steal them, they fall. Now, one thing, when I was looking at www.McKenzieChinn.com, it's very clear what was going on. You know, as a teen, I played badminton and tennis a lot at my high school, volleyball and things like that. I was very active, and I love sports. Not active today due to a lot of other stuff that was going on. But one thing I can say, they were trying to take people back out. And so this young lady teamed up with some people and said, I'll take her husband. And we don't keep it in his name, and they're going to be mine. We're going to share them with all the bad guys, the people, some people that was in the White House and things like that. We got them. Because the White House I don't want them involved, but they have to be involved to a certain extent to make sure things don't get out of control. So I respect that. I don't disrespect hierarchy of government. But to control it is the problem I have, because it usually goes just to the rich and not to the poor. And God loves the poor. And God tells you, if you treat, in the book of James, God said, he tells you, if you treat the rich and tell them they got to sit here and tell the poor they just get back there and sit somewhere. If you treat people like that, he said you have sin in your heart. And so my husband and I decided, and we'll be, signing off on, which we already sent in some paperwork about the inventions so they can stop the competition, because nobody wants to live under fear, especially UK, that, the responsibility to protect United States. Nobody wants to deal with this. We have all this education, master's degrees, yet we can't figure how to live together in peace and harmony. If you want something, they just take it. I worked in a daycare, and I work with little children. And one thing I notice about children, they just take stuff. They don't ask for it. They build up Legos and they knock it down. And we have to grow up and understand that some of this behavior is childlike, toddler behavior with adults, where they throw temper tantrums. When they can't get their way, they want to shoot you. They want to sleep with your man. They want to do scandalous stuff, And the thing about it is because they feel like, I just want to take it. I just want to take everything she owned, her life, her man, everything. And, when they tried to do it, then they was trying to kill her. Because she went backwards at a time when I made out with a military man at the lake all the time. And I was in love with that man. Wanted to marry him and everything. And his name, I ain't going to say his name. But one thing I can say is that she was getting more than what she bargained for. Now they was looking to shoot her back out. Now she would have had to wake up in a coma. Out of a coma. People want to walk in my shoes, but they don't know what all the hell I've been through. Kidnapped, being raped in another country where nobody spoke my language. So I'm just trying to warn people, don't play with my life. McKenzie Chinn, when I looked at that, I was a little disturbed by it, because the boldness of military encouraging people to do this, and me having to contact attorneys and go forth to try to stop this situation, because I was, again, thinking about writing a screenplay. My poem was stolen out of my bin, which was titled, Am I in Need of Spiritual Sexual Healing? And that's around another security. Also, I could say a lot, but one thing I will say is that if you go on holylandsite.com and put in Sodom and Gomorrah, that land today, God said, was going to still be that way. You will never be able to grow nothing on it. God had destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah with fire and brimstone. Because you hear a lot of people, religious people, say, well, God ain't going to put nobody in hell. And I have to say, God is merciful and graceful, and God did not create hell for man. He created for Satan and his demons, his kingdom. And God did not spare them when they start spreading discord in heaven and lying. God did not spare them. He kicked them out. When we put ourselves on the side of the devil, we too can end up in eternal damnation. When you look at holysand.com, there's a priest there picking up sulfur off the ground, these two cities. that still exist, but nothing's on it because God destroyed them. You have Christians all over the world go and see this place to remind them of God's reverence and fear and love. And so I'm just reminding you all that God do exist. God, this is the season of revealing who was trying to do damage to me, who's done damage. And all I can say is that being a friend, you have to be loyal. Can't be snooping around. And that's all I have to say. God bless you.